What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch.
I'm Geoff.
And today we're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night Santos versus Hill. We're going to be looking at the co-main event, the silent assassin Vicente Luque versus Geoff Hands of Steel Neal. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We're putting out videos for almost every fight night and pay-per-view. So if you're looking for content like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out.
Yep, so we got Vicente the silent assassin Luque. He's currently ranked number 6. He's 21, 8-1, 30 years old, 5'11", 75.5-inch reach. And he's coming off a loss against Belal Muhammad. And before that was a win against Michael Chiesa. And he's going up against Geoff Hands of Steel Neal. He's currently ranked number 13. He's 14-4, 31 years old, 5'11", 75-inch reach. And he's coming off a win against Santiago Ponzinibbio. And before that was a loss against Neil Magny. What you think, Latch?
I think this is a very interesting matchup. I think both guys have very, very similar striking styles. Mm-hmm. I think both guys are kind of in the boxing, kind of in a very narrow boxing stance. The only thing, Geoff Neal's southpaw, and then Vicente Luque will be orthodox, so they'll be in opposite stances. The only thing, Luque also, he hits, he's a little more flat-footed. He does carry a high guard, but he does end up getting hit a lot. His guard is not as active as it should be. He barely has successful head movement. Geoff Neal, he moves, his hands are a little lower than Luque's, but still pretty good defensively. I think he has they both have really good power in their hands. You know, they don't have like the kiss of death or anything, but they do have pretty good, decent power. I think the biggest difference for me is Geoff Neal's movement. I think his footwork is a little better. He knows how to not rotate. He knows how to circle the cage pretty well to his advantage for offense and defense. I do think Luque has the advantage in the jiu-jitsu department. I think they're pretty equal in the wrestling. So, Geoff, for you, what stands out the most for each fighter?
I think for me, Vicente Luque is patient, and he's not too patient. You know what I mean? Like, I think Geoff Neal, especially against Ponzinibbio, I don't know. I felt like he was, like, waiting for shots that kind of never came until maybe the third round. I don't know. I mean, he ended up winning that fight. But I think Vicente Luque, I think he's patient, and I think he showed it against Tyron Woodley. I mean, that fight was a while ago, but I mean, Tyron Woodley was, like, basically bashing on him, but he chose his shot and he landed like right on his, chin, and that wobbled him literally the rest of the fight, like he was gone basically. Yeah. And so I think that's what I like about him. About Geoff Neal, I think I like the movement too, but I think his ability to get in and out, I think, is better too. I think he has a little more head movement. But I don't know. I think Luque could choose pick his shots, and I always think that threat of the takedown is there too with Luque. You know,
that's true.
I mean, he got 2 submission wins back to back, Darce chokes. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but
his wrestling's not good enough. I don't think so.
Yeah, and he's never really been the one to initiate the takedown.
Yeah,
either.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. What about you?
For me, it's Geoff Neal's movement. I think that's what you said, right? Yeah. So I mean, I agree with you. And the reason I think this is a big deal is because what we saw in Luque's last fight, that he wasn't able to cut the cage on Belal Muhammad, who's not very, he's not really a striker with movement, while Geoff Neal really is. I think he's more of a natural striker. So I think Geoff Neal could kind of like repeat what Belal did, where he's kind of always moving, circling, getting in and out, trying to walk Luque into a big shot with his movement. And what we saw in his last fight, Luque will chase, kind of like follow, and he won't really cut him off. So if he's able to utilize his movement like that, I could see Geoff Neal winning an easy decision. And I think this is going to prove something for Luque. He has to learn from his last fight. If he doesn't, he might not ever get to the title, because if he loses like that against Belal and then he loses in a very similar fashion to Geoff Neal, I think he's just going to look bad that he's not evolving as he should, kind of thing. So, yeah, but I actually think this is a really close fight, probably 50-50. I think both guys have the ability to hurt each other. I just think Geoff Neal's a little safer. I think his movement's a little better. And the low kick to Luque's front leg will be there all night because he's so heavy on it. So I think he's going to slow him down with that, make him chase, walk him into shots. I think Luque's too tough, though. So I think Geoff Neal wins by decision. I
mean, those are some very good points. I mean, yeah, Geoff Neal, definitely the movement is going to do is what's going to do here. Also the leg kicks, like you said.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Vicente Luque, I think he is going to learn from his last fight. And he's going to cut off the cage, maybe throw something, maybe throw a hook while he's circling or something. I don't know. But What concerns me is, Geoff Neal. I think he's going to do something similar what Belal Muhammad did, but actually throw more punches, you know? And so, because, like, I feel like Luque concentrates too much about cutting him off that he forgets that he got to defend the striking too, you know? I mean, that's how I felt against the Muhammad when he was against Muhammad. So, I don't know. I think Luque pulls the victory.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to completely count him out, you know?
Yeah.
I think you just can't. He has a lot of power. He's very durable. You know, he's willing to scrap. You know, it'd be very crazy if these guys start brawling, you know? And both guys have a lot of dangerous power. And I think I like Luque better in a brawl, to be honest.
That's true.
But I feel like both guys fight a little smarter than that. I feel like Luque is more willing to participate in a brawl. I think Neal will get out. His coaches will make him get out of that. But, yeah. So
who do you think is going to go backwards?
I think Geoff Neal will go backwards.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but I think it's going to work to his game plan of, like, using his movement.
Circling and stuff?
Yeah, circling and stuff. So it doesn't really matter. In this case, I think. But, yeah.
I just don't think he's going to do it like Muhammad, though. Like, I feel like Muhammad was moving a little too much. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I think Geoff Neal does it better. I think his angles are a little more complex than just around the cage. You know?
True.
But yeah, and I think he holds better power. He holds more power than Belal, I think. And Belal was touching Luque all night. All right, well, let us know down below what you think. I think personally Geoff Neal's movement and that low kick is gonna help him cruise to a good decision win. So Jeff think Luque won't repeat the same mistake as his last fight. I think he's gonna have his timing down and land some big shots on Geoff Neal, and he has him by decision. So yeah, let us know down below what you think. Do you think Geoff Neal gets it done, or you think Vicente Luque gets back on track with another big win? Let us know down below what you think. And yeah, check out our other videos. We're actually doing every other fight on this same card, including the main event. So go ahead and check those out if you haven't. And yeah, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next week for UFC Fight Night Vera versus Cruz. Another great fight. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Yep, see ya.